Hey guys, it's Haley and I am back with another video. I'm going to be doing a craft with me, but first I want to show you a couple little things I've been working on, something I found in my stash, and firstly I'll show you a little mini haul. I've only gotten 3 of the 20 items I ordered on AliExpress. 2 of them came together and I've already gone through and looked at them. Look how cute this little package is. I just have it turned over, obviously, because my address is on the other side. But all I did was, like, cut open the top. This is the size of it. Isn't that funny? There are 2 sets of stickers. This one has 32, and this one has 45. This was obviously from the same shop. And the order total for this, like, even if you have things in your cart and you pay at the same time, it breaks it down into each shop. Because it's kind of like an eBay where multiple people can sell things, but whatever. From this shop, it was $1.91 for both of these. And I know it's been done. I still like it. It's still my favorite. I want to do an Alice in Wonderland project. So I've been gathering little bits. There are 8 different types and 4 copies of each. These are just plain toadstools. There is the Queen of Hearts. It looks like Ace of Hearts. What the heck? A little Eat Me cookie. Alice in the Doorway. We've got the bunny and the clock. Here is the Cheshire Cat. And is that all? Oh, I know. There is the teapot and cups. And I know there's one other thing. It's the little bottle. This. The little drink me bottle. So, I believe those are all of the individual images. And then there's multiples of each. And then this is, that one was vellum with some gold highlights. This is just some like textured cardstock. And it is just tiny photocopies of vintage ephemera. It's actually pretty cool. There's this, I don't even, like, that is so random. That's how it was. I didn't cut that. Look at all these. A tiny desk calendar. Jesus. Super cool. 1963. So, I got one other item from a different shop. And I will show you that. Let me shove these back in here really quick. I guess nothing's really quick with me, is it? It never is. Look at these little tiny ones. The last thing is this set of washi. There's 6 rolls in it, and when I ordered it, I could tell a couple of the like vintagey images, but all of it wasn't clear because you just couldn't see it in the photo. And it's actually like spring themed. And there's like chicks and bunnies. And then there's stuff to use year round. There is one thick washi. I believe this is 3 centimeters. Then there are 2 that are 1/2 centimeter wide. Like a little faux doily edge. And cute little lines. And then 3 that are the standard 1.5 centimeters. Is that what it is? It says 3, 1.5, and 0.5. I guess so. And these are all different. I think this one's upside down. Yeah. Little vintagey images. Is that even clear? I can't see because it's... Well, I hope you can see them. but really cool. And this set was under $2. That's shipping and everything. So that is all I wanted to show you. I'll show you what I've been working on. So I think I have finished up my little girls envelope. So I put this little tab on it so that it could be used, this whole pocket can be used as is, as its own little entity stuck in the journal. Or if you don't want to use it like that, it can go, you know, along the edge of the page and flip out like this. And then, let's see, like this was the edge of the page, it would flip out like this, and then this would flip out like that. I just kind of fussy cut that. That's one of the Smashbook things. Layered, this was, the gold is a scrap from my tiny word stickers. The sheet didn't fit in my box a long time ago and I'd cut it off and saved it apparently. And these you have already seen. They all have a little bow on the back. I just wanted to do, you know, something to kind of get warmed up. And our little girls are so pretty. Lots of layering and just fun. Alright, let me put this back and we can move on. Randomly, I just was kind of wanting to try and do something with this. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's an old Maggie Holmes packaging, and it's from Flea Market, one of the oldest collections. I did these. I had started to make this video before, but it was too long and I just didn't feel it. I made these a while ago. May have made them on camera. Maybe not. Okay. There's that. Now, I have been going through all my vintagey stuff, and you guys know all my scrapbooking collections and things I store in little bins, and each bin will, like, I have a Heidi Swap bin, and then there's bags with each collection in it, and I have every piece in there of the collection except for the 12x12 papers. So if there's 6x6 paper, 6x6 pad, cut-aparts, my scraps, ephemera, everything. Well, my vintage stuff, a lot of it wasn't like collections and paper pads. It was just old miscellaneous stuff here and there. I do have some like that. I have some old Prima stuff and some Tim Holtz, but the rest of it is all mishmash. So this is kind of what it was. These, I think, are all words and numbers, and I had separated them like that. These I need to go through, little bingo cards. I don't even know what all of this is. So, but while going through it, guess what I found? So you guys know I had recently done these, just tried to make some paper dolls, and I just fussy cut a black and white image, and they're kind of fuzzy. Oh well. Look what I found that I had made probably 5 years ago. There's several of these little black and white images, and that there's Mod Podge, that's glossy Mod Podge on craft. I guess that's regular cardstock. I don't know. And they were all stuck together at first. But look, I made paper dolls years ago. I just thought that was so funny. And all of these, I guess I had made a copy of this, which I had purchased, I think, at a scrapbook store that was going out of business, or it was a little antique shop that had scrapbook stuff. I don't know. But it's one of those like master sheets, and it is double-sided. And all of the little words and stuff, like when I finish this up, the little cat is from here, and so is the little word play. And if it's not in here, it was with it. there's a whole bag of just computer weight paper where I had printed them out and fussy cut them, as well as the little words. So I wanted to show you that. I thought that was funny. And I actually kind of like this idea. Honestly, my old printer was so much better. Don't you think? Am I crazy? I don't know. I had an Epson something, I don't know, Walmart. Okay, I had an Epson Walmart brand computer, and now I have a Canon HP something. And I feel like they're not as good. I have tested, I know, like, the smoother the paper, oh, they're still stuck together. The smoother the paper, the crisper the image is going to be, and computer weight paper does have slightly better quality images, but this is supposed to be smooth cardstock. I don't know. Any hoozle, I kind of liked the way I did that. I don't like the glossiness. If I was to do this again, I would use a matte Mod Podge. I'm assuming this is gloss only because I didn't have matte Mod Podge. There's not even Mod Podge on there. But I like that it's kind of its own little thing and heavy. And these are like, you could even put them in as tags themselves for their own little journaling spots. I like them, especially like this. Perfect. So I will be using those in my crafting adventures. And I know I couldn't tell you this was forever ago. Shannon Green is her name. I used to watch her, again, years ago. She made really junky, junk journals, and that's where she said master sheets, that she would buy, they would sell things like this because they didn't have digital kits, and so she would have like a master sheet and you could make a copy and then cut it out. So that's who I heard that from. I have, like I said, finished all of the envelopes. I have printed out all of the addresses, mine and theirs. I know that's turned upside down. I did that on purpose because it's the addresses. So I will just be adhering those down. I do want to make some very, very, very basic things to go behind it because they're just white envelopes and this would be just a white label, and that's kind of boring. But I don't want to go too crazy. I maybe want to use some fun little scrappies to put down on them, behind them. But if it's a white background, it's still just gonna blend in. That wouldn't be so bad. We could make the edges all roughed up. What do you guys think? Is that a waste? They're just gonna like open it and throw it out. I won't go crazy with it. I'll just do some simple. Oh, you know what we could do that's simple and cute? Book page. I will do book page behind it, and I have that behind me. I have my scraps over here. Those are my book page scraps, and my mini little book that I get my papers from are right here. So I think what I'm going to do is take one of these as an example, and I want like darker, you know, more aged paper. But obviously the edges are going to be more aged than the center where the words are. So looks like it's from something else. Oh! Okay. I'm going to go ahead and just use this one. I don't want to go digging, and we can't do like a big, you know, collage or anything like that because we have to keep the weight under 3 ounces. And I don't want to get, you know, super close to 3 ounces, and yeah. I just used my little kitchen scale. So it still works pretty well. The only time I ever had that one package that was short, it was actually done at my fiance's work, and they have one of those actual meter weighing things. So I don't know. I don't even know how it was wrong. How it could have been wronged. So this is the largest one. It's one from Canada. I'm going to cut pieces of this and measure the actual labels to see, because I don't want them exact, but also I don't want them like way too small or something. I'm gonna first try doing a little bit of just straight up ripping. Let me use this as a guide to see if that's gonna work. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. Okay. Okay. Here we go. What have you guys been working on lately? I always like to know kind of what people's crafty itch has, or crafty imagination, what direction have they been sent in? Oh, it's actually almost perfect. Yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Now we need to make it a couple of jazz. Mommy. I cannot wait to get the rest of my AliExpress goodies, and I also have like the base components that I need for my project, and I'm so excited because it's gonna be awesome. I like to save the one man's art, which is stupid because I've got a million of them. Every page has that, but I don't know if I'm not using that part, like that piece of the page, then I want that quote intact, I guess you could say. I do kind of like this torn edge versus the scissors, like the torn edge scissors. But the Fiskars ones aren't too bad, actually. Their interpretation of what a torn edge should look like. Alright, this one has to be longest. And do we need that? We'll leave that. We can leave it. The second biggest. Oh yeah, perfect. Perfect. And the rest are all just about the same size, so this will be easy to do. And then we'll have all of these awesome scraps. We could do some, oh, I love when there's like layers upon layers upon layers. And you could even like put parchment, like just plain old parchment in between for like extra noise and feel, texture. I love it. I love it. I love it. I like it a lot. He seemed to have lost the words, the phrases that had always come so easily to him. I figured of all the books in the world, a romance novel would be least likely. It would be least likely for people to be upset that a romance novel was dissected, if you will. The cheese is so funny. I love it. I love it. I've actually never read a romance novel, so don't knock it till you try it. Guess I should not make judgments. This is the narrowest on these, so I'm going to go ahead and leave the edges on those. I don't know, do you guys like this idea? I thought it's just a, you know, light way to add just a little bit more interest, because I don't want to make it too heavy and then either not even ship it out and return it to me, or it get to the person and they owe, you know, 20 cents, you know, however much, because that's, I mean, this is supposed to be like a little gift, and a gift is not something that you pay for. I somehow had lost one of my address labels, the one with my address on it. I know that I printed out enough, because I did 3 columns of 4, and that's 12. Well, must have like fallen out on its way from the living room to the craft room. And I'll just make one. There we go. I really like this paper. It looks like that cardboard that I really like from the ice cream thing. Oh, I also wanted to show you random things that I had, or that I had found. I did find some penny stamps, but they're not ones that I'm going to use. Look how cool that is. These are stamps. And, like, that's not from the 1880s, but it is old. I think all of these are the same. Yeah. All of these are like that. And, oh, there's 2 here. Ooh. Red Cloud. I am a citizen of the Cherokee Nation. Which I'm sure everyone that's watched me for a while knows that, but I also found this, and at first I was like, what is that? But it would be a fun little base to use for a tiny junk journal. And I guess that's why I had saved it. It's just random. And I had found these bags that I had made a long time ago from like the title page or whatever from a Webster's dictionary. This was from the picture in an old book. It was probably one of the Reader's Digest books. Oh, I hand stitched that. Why? Your guess is as good as mine. I guess I wanted the red to match the red car. There I had used my torn edge scissors. Flight from a firing wall. That's what the top said. So yeah. Oh, again, I stitched. These are from the Reader's Digest, The Captain. I just found those in my stash. And I just pulled them out as things I wanted to use. Oh, there was one other thing. I had saved this. And I think I had saved this to like fill the whole page up, or the whole center part up, and maybe just the black would be showing. There was a lady I used to watch a long time ago, and her name, I don't know her name, but it was something about innkeeping. The innkeeper, something like that. And she would make beautiful junk journals, but she would also use actual like junk in it. So I'm sure that's where I got the idea from. Was from her. I think I'm going to go ahead and start placing these. Well, I'll set this aside and I can do this later. And we can get on to something else. Fun. How much time? Just a couple more minutes left. I had tried inking this up and kind of making it messy. These are my favorite little faux diner sheets. I'm obsessed with these. I love these. I love them. I love them. I love them. I had pulled out these and I was trying to figure out what to do with this, and now I'm wondering if I should use matte Mod Podge on the back. Does it need it? I don't know. I can still start adding, adding things on the front, and you guys let me know in the comments, do you use vintage book paper just as is, nothing stabilizing it or anything like that? I kind of want to figure out, I want a tag in there for sure. I also, look at this little vintage playing card. I think these are all the vintage playing cards. This one might not be vintage. These, again, were random ones from the swap, I believe. Oh, that one's vintage. Super cute. Of course, these are my favorite. They look like precious moments, but I don't know. Alcohol ink will work on slippery surfaces. And I could try doing it just like this. Would it be long enough to slide in but still be able to be pulled out? Or I could like partially back it on cardstock. Like just, half of it, and have a little tab on it so that it pulls out of the pocket. I mean, I guess I could put it right on this, couldn't I? Because I don't want to like totally cover up the front. I'm not going to put it on that for now, but I am going to grab some cardstock. Cream cardstock. It's not wide enough. Gonna have to use the big one. All right. Yeah. And we could also, like, you know, do stuff on the back. Grab my mini trimmer. And I'm going to take that dotted line off. That was from the book. There's a dotted line for no purpose. It's not actually perforated. Perforated. Jeez. And it's crooked. Come on. Just going to cut it off straight. So do we like it on the thirds, or if it was like in half and just said diner? Let's grab another one. That's kind of cute. And you could kind of do a little bit here. Oh, you could have like a little tab hanging down so this tucks back in. Oh yeah, we're doing this. Obviously want a little bit of room around it. Okay. And then I'll have like a little tab that pulls out, and I want something here that this can tuck under. And I need to decide, I used to keep in a spray bottle some coffee so that I could, you know, do little things at once, because I don't always want everything like inked up, you know? Okay, we're gonna stop here now, and I will we'll continue this in the next Watch Me Craft video. Thanks for watching. Bye.